Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm standing next to the closet for a reason. Let's continue our conversation about image, about how to upgrade our image. I've gone through with these videos, we've done several of these in different ways. We talked about shoes, we talked about hats, we've talked about a lot of different things. And every time I give this case, I start off with giving a pitch to try to convince people of why you should upgrade your image. If you're into it, you're into it. If you understand it, you do. If you don't, you don't. Fine. I mean, I'm just done explaining it to people. Let's go over sport coats. Rule number one with sport coats is buy a damn sport coat. Sport coats are great. I love them. I've gotten several from Goodwill. The one I'm wearing I got from Goodwill for $15, and this is, who is this made by? This is Perry Ellis. I've had this tailored for 15 bucks, and I spent maybe total of $30 on this blue blazer. It looks great. I got some jackets from my grandfather that he sent me, and some of these are pretty amazing, top name brands, and they fit me perfectly. Luckily, he's about my same size. Of course, he's 101 years old, so he doesn't wear them anymore. He's in a wheelchair. He doesn't even go out, but I'm very proud to inherit his jackets and lucky that they all fit me perfectly. So let's talk a little bit about how a sport coat should fit so you can look your best and so you can buy these things. I suggest picking them up at Goodwill. You can find cheap deals at Men's Warehouse sometimes, but you don't need to spend a lot of money. I bought a blue blazer from Bloomingdale's years ago for $750, and I felt stupid because I have plenty of them that are even nicer than that I've got for a song from Goodwill. It's the one section of Goodwill that a lot of guys aren't shopping in. There's not a lot of people that are wearing traditional fashion these days that are dressing in a traditional masculine way. A lot of guys are dressing like little kids with t-shirts and flip-flops and cargo shorts, and honestly, that was me up until recently. You guys know, you followed my journey. But let's just get into it. A proper fit with a sport coat, starting with the back near where it hits your neck. If there's room, if it sits, the jacket sits back, that's not a good fit. It should sit close, tight up against your neck. Same with your shirts. The shoulders should be smooth. It should be on your shoulders smooth, across your back smooth, so the whole jacket falls. And that's kind of the most important point of the jacket, because everything else is just going to fall. I have a cord on my microphone, so I can't really set the camera back as far as I would like, and I would like to show you a full-length shot, but let's just talk about the arms and the length. It should be tailored to right around the break of your wrist. Some people like to choose their wrist bone as that point. Some people like to go a little bit past it, but don't have the jacket fall to the middle of your hand. That's too long, that's too big of a jacket, and it'll look funny. As far as the length of the actual jacket itself, the proper length, the traditional length, is for it to be covering your butt, covering your junk. You will see some guys, high fashion dudes, young guys, wearing these tight little skinny little Pee Wee Herman jackets. If you want to look like Pee Wee Herman, that's up to you, but a traditional style with this is for the jacket to fall below your butt, to completely cover it. When you're walking around, it's common to just button the top button. You don't need to do any of the other buttons. If it's got 2 buttons or 3 buttons, just do the top button. If it's a dinner jacket, it'll probably only have 1 button. When you sit down at the table to eat, or at your desk or wherever, just sitting down chilling with some guys in some chairs smoking some cigars, it's fine to open it up. Now, that's just your choice. I walk around most of the time with them open. I don't mind it. I like the way it looks. I don't mind showing off my belt. Let's talk a little bit about pocket squares. I got one in. The pocket square doesn't need to match your tie. I don't wear a tie. I don't like ties, but if you like ties, wear ties. It's kind of a lost part of men's fashion. Guys aren't really wearing ties too much anymore, but I don't either. But don't match your pocket square to your tie. It'll make you look cheap, and you'll find pocket square and tie combos online for sale. Don't buy those. Those all look cheap. You tie in a color, pick a color on a multicolored pocket square, and tie it in with something else in your outfit. Or if you're just, I'm wearing blue jeans, a blue blazer, and a white shirt, brown shoes. This has a little bit of brown on it, but you could just pick any color at that point. And as far as folding them, oh geez, there's an art form of how to fold these things in many different ways, and there's lots of videos. I don't get into none of it. I just grab it and toss it in. Now here's one trick that I learned. It's funny, I think of chick because this is what we're doing. Look what I'm doing with this thing. Little Freudian slip there. And you just fold it over, put it in, and you get that kind of poof look to it, if you like the poof look. But a white pocket square, I got a whole pile of white pocket squares that I just bought, and that's also a nice clean look, presidential look. Just leave a little bit out and you look like a boss. Get yourself a sport coat, get yourself a couple blue blazers, something with tweed, maybe gray or tan. I like corduroy also, good for winter. I even have a leather sport coat, same cut, it's just leather. But have a little selection and wear it. Thanks for watching.